online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
What was that?
Sorry, Mom.
All right, AfterBuzz TV Nation, welcome to another recap on AfterBuzz TV. This is The Bachelor, Season 19, Episode 2. I'm JC, and I'm not wasting any time because we have a lot of stuff to cover, starting with the lovely host to my left.
Oh,
That's
hey,
you.
last time we started with you.
I switch it up every week.
Hey guys, what's up? Excited to be here.
Excuse me, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Lauren Solomon.
What's up?
You guys know me. Oh, you can follow me at Lauren SOL on Twitter and Insta.
Lauren.
It does, yeah. It's not.
No,
It's
that's
not
what it
bleep out of
stands for?
luck. The SOL is just the first 3 letters of my last name.
Oh.
But it's confused often. So.
A minute in and we're already off the rails.
Amazing. My name is David Hoyt.
That's
And
it.
where can they follow you on Twitter?
Right here. It's right there.
Oh yeah, it's below us.
Yeah. And what would that be for the hearing people, our hearing audience?
For the people
From the
that are
hearing
hearing.
people.
For those of you that can hear, it's at Danny Hoyt. DANNYHOYT.
Follow that guy.
And the lovely cupcake.
You can find me on Twitter at Cathy Kelley. That also happens to be my name.
That's
Perfect.
But wait, guys, we have a very
wait,
special.
there's more.
Yes, we have a very special guest on the couch.
From my season.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together from season 18, Miss Lucy Aragon. Lucy, you are home.
Thanks, guys.
Lucy, what's up?
Nothing.
How are you doing?
Excited to be here.
Yeah?
I'm really good.
I have to brag on Lucy for a second. As we were screening, she ordered pizza for us.
Oh, she totally hooked us up.
Yeah.
She
Thank
hooked us
you.
up with pizza.
That's why we love you.
Always delivers pizza.
Always taking care of us. Always will.
Back next week,
We have
right?
Cathy Cupcake Kelley
can.
and Lucy Domino's
Lucy
Pizza.
We need food names too.
We'll come up with yours.
AfterBuzz TV. No, this is a question for the fans. Come up with our food names for next week. But I also have to introduce the guy running the 1s and 2s, the Nangineer. Nando, is that, or do we have Steven in the back?
That's
Who do we have to
Nando.
know?
No, it's me. What's
I
up,
see
guys?
his hair.
What's up, Nando?
Nando, thank you for keeping
you
up with
doing?
us tonight. So, let's talk. What do we have? We have the return of
much.
Kimberly
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that till
Yes.
it opened. I had
Me
forgot
too.
that was a situation.
and all the tragic stories that we learned of, like Julia or Julia.
It's like you have to have a story to be on this season.
Absolutely. There's
Or
a lot
be
of
bad. crazy.
I was gonna say it's a lot of sad things happening tonight and a lot of crazy.
Yeah.
Not both.
And of course, and then the zombie attack, and who knows, and the kiss count. How many kisses did we get tonight?
Everybody.
Way too many.
6 or 7?
Yeah.
Too
a
many.
lot.
Too many.
6 or 7.
All right, but of course, my English is not very good today. Let's start off with things we learned today. What overall thoughts on tonight's episode?
This was the first time I think in many seasons where they switched up the formula. Like usually it's 2 one-on-ones and a group date, and we got 2 group dates and a one-on-one.
That's true.
That was
And I've never
And a
seen
mini,
it.
and a mini one-on-one.
Which one are you talking about?
When he pulled Mackenzie out. At the
Oh,
end of
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say I've never seen a group date with was it like 5 people or 4 people?
6 people in the pool.
Wow, I'm off.
math.
Math, not my strong suit.
All right, Lucy, we didn't have you last week, of course. So, overall thoughts of Farmer Chris, who I like to call, what is it, Matthew Pharmacology? I forget.
Prince Farming.
Prince Farming. Thank
Farming.
you.
Pharmacology.
Really annoying hashtag on Twitter.
Thoughts on him being the Bachelor?
I don't know. I think he's like really different than what people expect him to be. I mean, look, he's supposed to be like this wholesome guy, and now he's already made out with 6 girls within 72 hours. Like,
Is it 72 or is it less than that?
I mean, maybe 48 hours. What is it? Date,
No, it's
date,
gotta
date,
be-
back to
yeah.
back, 72 hours.
Yeah. Do you think it's a good thing when the Bachelor's kissing a lot of people, or when they're like kissing less people? Is it a good thing or a bad
I
thing?
mean, I guess he's keeping his options open.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
That's more people than I've made out with in the past year. So.
Okay.
Me too.
And they said I was a slutty one.
Whatever. No.
Awesome. This is going to be a good one. All right, so let's get into it. So first off, I believe we're going to start. Should we start with date number 1? And
Yeah.
that was Tandra, Mackenzie, Kimberly, Ashley, Jade, and Tara. Okay, this is
Tara.
Tara.
That
Drunk.
Tara.
the tractor. What was it? 4 girls and a tractor and a pool party.
Yep.
All right, so we're all excited for this big giant race. I'm thinking of like epic times with like when Ben had that snow race. That
Oh yeah, that
luge.
was cool. I remember that.
And we're so excited, and then they start off and they're moving at a snail's pace.
I was
1
going
mile
to
per
say,
hour.
this is why there's traffic in LA, because they close down streets for a tractor
For a
race.
tractor race in the middle of the day.
Yeah, that was kind of. Well, it looked cool, but then it was uneventful. It was just so slow. But it was funny. Chris's commentary was funny when he was like,
Really?
I thought he was funny. You didn't think it was funny?
Boring.
Oh God. All right, never mind.
We're all tired, Lauren. This is we're
I
gonna,
know.
we're gonna dig
Gosh.
into it tonight. But Lucy, you brought up the fact that you guys shoot this thing with GoPros.
Oh yeah, there were GoPros on the front of all the tractors.
Yeah.
So okay,
Freaking
that's
awesome.
cool. They're changing it up a little bit, but overall, any thoughts? Is this just filler to what we really want to get to, the one-on-one times, like the introductions of, let's say, with Mackenzie when he steals her
Get
for
to
that
the
one-on-one
drunk
I
time?
just thought it was funny that the,
Yes.
the
That's what I was
producers
trying to
made
get at.
them.
Fast forward.
The producers made them still wear their bikinis for the tractor race. Like
Yeah.
you can't put your shirts back on.
No.
I like
Yeah.
that they did that. I thought it was funny.
Bikinis and cowboy boots.
Who
Yeah.
was it Juan Pablo season where they had the skiing down the hill in bathing suits?
No,
in San
that
Francisco?
was
Sean.
Ben.
That was Sean.
Sean Lowe,
Ben-
I think.
I thought it was Ben's season.
Well, it wasn't your season.
It wasn't
We
ours.
clarified that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I
thought it was Sean's.
That
I
might have
swore it
been
was Ben.
Sean's.
I think it was
Ben
Ben's.
Flanick.
I think it was Ben's too.
Yeah. Let us know,
We'll
guys,
figure
as
it
you can
out.
tell.
We'll research
I
that
don't know,
one later.
I
All
fast
right.
forwarded through most of that season.
Yeah, that's kind of like, in a way, it reminded me of our season. You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
Well, all right.
Let's move on to the date with Mackenzie, because a lot of stuff happened. We know she likes big noses.
She
Yeah, that
likes
was
big nose. That was so
awkward. And she
weird
came
to
out
lead
loud.
with that.
So
Lucy, what did you
awkward.
think about that?
Why not?
I don't
Like
know.
an
like her?
alien.
That girl's just
Wait.
all together as a whole has a screw loose.
Question though, do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely, I believe in aliens.
Yeah,
I was
you
saying
like
this
that
during the show. Yeah, I asked that question like on a first date. I always ask, "Do you believe in aliens? If you could have any superpower, what would you have? Describe your penis with a movie title." I have like a list of questions that in the top 5, and that's one of them. So
Okay, so Mackenzie can't be that screwy if you guys are still asking the
I
same
mean-
questions. Come on.
Yeah.
she named her kid Kale. That kid would get eaten alive by yoga moms in LA.
Yeah.
That's a weird name.
They have kind of a weird dynamic to me, and she's just so young. This throws me off.
Babies raising babies.
She is
Babies
pretty
raising
young.
babies.
She's 21. He's 33.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Cassandra
12 gaps
was
a
on
little
our
bit.
season.
Exactly.
Same.
But
same
Cassandra,
age.
yeah.
But we talked about this last week. She does have a child, so she had to grow up quickly. And from what we got so far.
Yeah.
It seems like she grew up quickly in that she has a lot of life experience, but she still doesn't have that dating experience. That's what
Exactly.
she missed out on because she's still a little awkward when it comes to dating, which I don't think is a bad thing. She definitely seems sincere.
Cute to
Yeah.
a point.
Yeah.
And then it's a little just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chris liked
Although
her
I
more
will
than
say,
we did.
Well, I did like that he pulled her to like it looks like a divey bar, which is what it's going to be like.
normal
in
That's what
Iowa.
I
It's
like.
a normal
I like that,
day.
yeah,
Let's grab
normal.
a beer and just sit down. That's what they did.
Yeah.
I thought that was
I
cool.
did like that. Yeah.
Well, Chris obviously did. He kissed her, 5 times?
I also,
I
yeah.
thought that was a joke.
Kiss
When she
count.
was like, "Yeah, we kissed." Then he pulled me by the limo and he kissed me again. I thought that was gonna be like, "Guys, I'm just kidding." I wouldn't have spilled that to everybody. If
I
were
wouldn't have
her.
either.
'Cause I think that puts a target
I
on
don't
her in
kiss
a
and
little
tell.
bit of a way.
although everyone's done it at this point. So.
Well, yeah.
I know it means nothing, essentially.
But I did feel like at the beginning of their date, it didn't really, or their one-on-one portion, it didn't seem like there was a lot of chemistry there because there was a hug and they were like awkward. It was like a friend hug, and then
do the
he just
pat?
goes in for the makeout. So
Yeah.
I don't
He just
know.
likes kissing people. I feel like he's just really taking a good advantage of the experience, but you can tell who he doesn't have chemistry with.
Lucy, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you noticed Chris's kissing tendencies? When he goes in, what do you see? Is it like premature? Is it awkward? Or does he do it the way you would like it to be done?
It's a little awkward.
So, like, did you notice when he, like, went in for the kiss, like, he just kind of, like, leaned forward, like, he just, like, dove in?
It kind of felt like it just happened. Like, there wasn't any, like, preface to it. I like tenacity. I like someone who's, like, aggressive and, like, I know they're going to kiss me because they do it so, like, they come at you, you know? He was just kind of like...
And now we're kissing.
He did that with Andy, too, though, right?
Yeah. I was like, is this happening in slow motion or, like, are they messing with us?
Interesting.
So what would be grade the date?
With Mackenzie?
Yeah.
C+.
C+?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like B-. I
I feel like he gave her the pity rose. And
He's
that's worse
I kind of feel
than
like
not
that
getting a
too.
rose.
Why is that worse?
Because that's so embarrassing. All of America's just looking at you going, why did you get that rose? And then they're like, oh, wait, he's a nice guy. He felt sorry for her.
So it's worse for her, but it improves his, like, view?
Depends on what kind of person you're into. I don't like anyone who takes pity on anybody else.
You know, it was an interesting play. No, the fact that he did pick her over who I want to call Kardashian.
Kardashian.
Oh, wait.
Kardashian,
You've been holding on to that one. I could see it.
been
on your
waiting.
In a
tongue.
blog. I read it in the blog.
You did. Oh, you can't take credit for it. Okay.
I read it in a blog. I what? Okay, anyway.
Well, then he would have looked like a player if he chose her as the
Yeah.
one-on-one
Okay,
time.
I'm sorry, but Kardashian, the alleged virgin,
Oh yeah.
I didn't kiss like that, when I...
No. That was too much for me too soon.
She could be. She might not be lying, but she just has a lot of experience kissing because she can't do anything else.
She doesn't. No, I'm sorry.
That's
She
what
didn't look like she had
didn't.
experienced kissing. She was like eating his non-existent upper lip.
Yeah.
That was definitely too much for the first kiss.
She was eating what isn't there.
Yeah.
Well, she was memorable.
She also
She was
pulled
eating that
him.
non-existent upper lip.
Did you hear me say that? She pulled him like in between her legs and like leaned back with
She's
him.
hungry.
Yeah. She's ready.
Yeah.
I thought you were going somewhere way different with that.
No, she's ready.
It's late here at AfterBuzz, everybody. If you're watching us live, hello. If not, go to iTunes and give us 5 stars. We need all the ratings we can get, but we do.
Our ratings are great.
I know, but
awesome.
we
What are you
can always
talking
get some
about?
more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's move on to the second date, and that is with the lovely Megan, where love is a natural wonder.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool date.
Yeah.
That's the private plane straight onto a chopper. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Limo to chopper, right?
No, they walked out of the airfield and there it was.
We didn't mention there was a little clip during the first group date about Jillian and Megan breaking into Chris's house.
That was fun.
yeah.
Because he's living on the property, right?
Right.
So
An adjacent property.
they just didn't seem like they had much going on.
Why did they put a black box
They were
over
date
her
drinking.
bikini bottom, by the way? Why?
Because it's
I don't know,
hairy.
they
But
Just probably hanging out. That's what they kept
She
saying.
was the hairy butt
That
girl.
was
no,
Gross,
I think it was
stop.
honestly.
That
I
was
think
rough.
it was a Brazilian bikini or something like that, where it's really small.
like
and
probably just like a thong,
It's
and
too
they wanna
much
cover.
for yeah.
Well, they
need
put
to
a
see
black
these
box
things.
over my bottoms in Bachelor in Paradise and try to make me look like I was naked. So,
Right.
And you.
boom, you can just go like that and put a box on
Yeah.
anything.
You got to put a box on you.
A box
though.
on
Box on my box.
Yeah.
Good God, that's amazing.
Back to Megan. I gotta keep you guys in line here. All right. So what did we get out of the Megan date? Did we like? Did we?
You go ahead.
I was saying I didn't get a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I had completely pegged her for a complete airhead until I heard her story. Honestly, I thought that there was nothing going on. I thought she was very vapid. And then hearing that, she seems like she's actually has some substance.
She does. I'm saying as far as their chemistry, I didn't get a lot for them too.
I
thought
still
it
think
was,
she's a complete airhead.
Well, I was gonna say
As
you
she was
can't
saying
really
it, she
judge
was
that.
like, yeah, and then something happened with my dad, and all I could hear was, I couldn't even like focus on what she was saying because she's not.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I guess, I don't know. I hear her story. Like, we've all been through tragic things, and so I can
Exactly.
relate.
Everybody's got shit. Like, that
Yeah.
doesn't make you a person. That makes you just like everybody else.
What I didn't see, besides the fact that they had a very cool emotional moment together, was a real lasting connection.
He made out with her though.
So what? Of
course he did.
Of course he was. He was in private in the middle of the Green
No
Canyon. I'm going to
surprise
make out
there.
with you too.
That was a freaking cool date. I
Yeah.
mean, you've
was
done
pretty.
that before, right?
Yes.
That's
Also
so
on a
cool.
date. Not on The Bachelor.
Not on The Bachelor. Okay. All right.
No
Well,
cameras.
We had fun group days
well,
Yeah, we
together.
did. Yeah,
I
we
had fun
did.
with Lucy.
All right. Well, speaking of group dates, let's get into Till Death Do Us Part, Day
Yes.
3. I didn't get all the
Oh,
names.
this was the best.
I didn't get all the names. It was like Kelsey, Trina, Alyssa, Jillian, Amber, Ashley, Caitlin, Britt, Becca, Julia.
Was it 11 girls?
And some girls still didn't
And I'm
get
missing
dates
2.
this week.
yeah, there's
5 girls.
Oh,
Yes.
But they still, a couple of them still got roses.
yeah.
But see, I rattled off these names, but there's one name in particular I want to get into on this date. And
Ashley.
Ashley, yes.
The amount of crazy that exists with this girl
What is going on with
unprecedented,
this?
and it's TV gold.
It's fantastic.
That's all everyone was tweeting about today.
It was incredibly awkward.
Do you want to play hide and seek?
Like what? Chris's facial, like his facial expressions progressively got more and more
Trying so
alarming.
hard not to
Like
laugh.
he did not know
Oh my
what to
God.
do. Yes, he looked like
Who
he was
would?
like.
That'd be so awkward.
That's a fact.
That is a
best
fact.
line, yeah, when she says, "You don't want to lose the whole world, but you really don't want to gain it all either." It's like that's a
That's
fact.
a
That was amazing editing, by the way. That was great.
So good.
I really felt like during the date she was just gonna pull out a real gun.
Oh yeah.
When she was holding that little thing, like when she walked up and he's talking about her, and then she walks into his interview and she's holding that, I thought maybe she was gonna do something crazy too. Like I thought I was like, is she gonna stab him?
I also
Yeah,
I love her.
What is about to
I loved when Becca called her out. She's like, "Did you shoot my ankle?" And she's like, "Might have been a ricochet."
But she's still around.
I like the way Becca asked her though, because she didn't ask her like if she actually was asking her. She was just like, "Did you shoot my ankle?" Like as if I know what you think.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Lucy.
very accusatory.
TV crazy or cray cray?
Cray, cray.
Well, we have to do a psych eval to go on the show. Like they ask you like 200 questions, one of which, by the way, is do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
And I just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, they give you medication if you need it or whatever. So I think maybe they
Shut
just
up.
missed her. Like they forgot
I mean,
to give
they're
her the
looking-
lithium or something.
She might just be really weird when she's drunk.
They're looking
No,
for a couple
listen,
crazies though.
This
They'll
is not,
put them on there.
This is not a girl who's on something. This is a girl who's off something. She needs medication. She's like
Something's
missing something.
Interesting.
up with her.
That's
or
not
she just
normal.
playing it up for TV because she knows that that'll be
No.
memorable.
I don't think she
There's
is.
no one.
Are we
No
all-
one's that.
Why
good
would
of
you
an
want to do
actress.
that?
Are we all in agreement this is not an act?
It's not an act.
Not an act.
This is for sure her.
This girl is a nut.
It seems to me like that's her.
So then that being my question, the producers then also know this. So you're saying the producers asked him to say, bring her back.
I think absolutely.
I do too.
We've been saying that for a
Absolutely.
producer
Like,
break, yeah.
he would have definitely gotten rid of her. I'm sorry. He was so uncomfortable.
kept
It was
her.
so awkward. You would have kept her. You would have, but
You know why? Because I wasn't there for the right reasons.
Yeah,
I was there to
exactly.
have fun.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, producers are keeping her
I would
around.
also say it seems like she's normal when there's no drinking involved, and then the second she gets drunk,
She's like she's
something
wide-eyed.
changes.
Like she's not
It's
in
only
touch
at
with
night
the world.
she gets weird.
Are you sure?
Maybe
like,
she's an
to me,
alien.
to me, it
Maybe
seems she's
an
been
alien.
off the whole time. But
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah.
off. She
Well,
went
they
to
don't
pluck
really
that thing
show
from
her
the
that much
tree.
during the day.
that's true.
Yeah.
No, but the first episode, remember I said she doesn't blink. She was one of the non-blinkers.
She was a
And
non-blinker.
Amanda
Is a
last week
non-blinker.
was sent home as well. The Black Swan one, the ballerina.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yes.
Oh.
No, I just don't trust people. They don't blink. See? Yeah, people are waving in the control room right now. Okay. No, but who we know is crazy, but who we thought was crazy last week, Caitlin. And she's fantastic.
Oh, I never thought she was crazy.
Wait,
I
which one
liked
she-
her.
But she was
She was the good
She was,
kind
like,
of
cool
crazy,
crazy,
though.
yeah.
She was
She's
the
funny,
funny- the
and
funny.
witty.
Oh, okay.
the one you
she's
like.
The one who wants
I like
Chris to
her.
plow her fields.
Oh,
Yeah.
her. Yeah, love her.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
fantastic. because
She knew what she was doing.
Yes, she played it so well. And that one-on-one they had during that time, during the zombie day, it was fabulous. You saw this side. You really see him liking her. I mean, because
know
she's a
what?
little bit of everything.
Of all the people who do what do you guys call them? The interviews? The
ITM.
ITM.
The ITMs. What
Hers
does that
are
stand
gold.
for? In the moment? Is that what it stands for? Her ITMs are my favorite out of anybody
Oh yeah,
this
she's
season.
got the good
Yeah.
one.
So far, at least. And I don't know if anybody else could top it. Like, she's like an Andy. She's always got something to say.
We were going to say more like Kelly Travesty,
Yeah.
where
Funny,
it's
Kelly.
just
That's good.
the witty
But like-
one-liners.
But here's what I like a little more than Kelly, and this is not a knock on Kelly. She articulates her thoughts extremely well, and then they're also funny. So, like, she's one of my favorite ITMs I've seen.
I've noticed
Yeah.
that there are a lot of very articulate girls this season.
She's also not snarky. She's just being funny. She's
It's
not
likable.
being mean. It's not hurtful. It's just
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
It's likable funny.
Yeah.
And what you said about you think there's a lot of girls being articulate. I
And then
think
there are a lot of the opposite, but
yeah, and then I feel like Chris, like I said earlier tonight, I feel like he's not too articulate or like well spoken as I would have thought he would.
That's why
I hope they can pull more out of him this season.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that's why he talks so slow, is because he's thinking through everything before he says it.
Me too.
Just say what you
Absolutely.
feel, Chris.
And of course they kissed. I mean, kiss
Of course
count.
they kiss.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be the highest kiss count ever.
It is.
Who has the highest kiss count? Is it? I think it's actually way back. I think it's Bob Guinea.
Guinea.
Yeah.
Oh, Guinea.
Shout out to Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Bob's the champ on that soon. We're just flying.
Bob's the champ.
We got to move on to cocktail party.
Yeah.
All right. What stood out on that? Maybe Ashley's virginity, which we already touched upon.
Yeah.
Awkward.
It's late.
Yeah, awkward
Kathy.
word choice there.
It's late.
I thought it was strange how. Oh, I don't know. How old was she?
What's? I'm sorry.
How old is she?
24?
Too old to be a virgin no matter what. But
It was really awkward with Mackenzie being like,
That's what I
wish
thought was
I was
awkward.
a virgin. I would love to be a virgin.
That's what threw me off with her. She was being
would
kind of
ever say
strange with
that?
that whole. Yeah, I'm like, why?
only someone who's had bad sex all their lives would say, I wish I was a virgin.
Yeah. I mean, that's not going to help. The fact that she's a virgin is not going to help her in this competition. Like, there's
No,
no reason to be
doesn't
like, I
change
wish I
anything.
was one. Yeah.
Besides, you all know the phrase. You don't buy a car without taking for a test drive. Nobody's marrying somebody they haven't.
Well,
hooked
she
up with.
wasn't saying that she was saving herself for marriage. She was just saying,
She said she would basically
she-
save herself for Chris. She said that in the show.
Ooh, early to say
Wow,
that.
really?
She
Putting all her eggs in one
alluded to
basket.
it. You know,
Oh,
like if
okay.
need to be to give up the goodies.
Give up the
sorry, I
goodies.
had to say it that way, but who knows? But will she make it far? I mean, will she make it to the fantasy suite? Will
No.
No. I
No,
don't
but
see
she's
it.
very pretty.
Huh.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Okay. So let's talk about the cocktail night, because then we had a lot of drunkenness with Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Jordan.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy tonight, and
There's so many drunks. In our season, we had people, like, I didn't drink at all.
I didn't
Claire
drink at all. I
You
didn't-
didn't drink at all. We had completely
We were
sober
good.
people. Yeah.
And we had fun. We didn't
I drank
even-
on my birthday.
That's right.
it.
I do remember that.
Chris is a drinker, though. I mean, I feel like
yeah.
one of the girls' intros was alcohol.
Yeah.
Whitney gave him alcohol tonight. Like,
And he's loving
That's
it.
true. Templeton Rye, by the way.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. We got,
very well
From Iowa.
played by her, I thought, because
yeah.
she stole a moment, kind of like what Nick would do with Andy. He just would steal moments.
and he was surprised by it. It was memorable, especially since she was one of the girls that didn't get a date this week.
Yeah.
It was important.
She grew me a little bit, but not enough. I don't know anything about her really still. So, anything else stand out from that night? Let's see. Oh, Lauren.
Yeah.
You said questions his clarity.
I did?
Yes, I wrote this down because you're like, I already know 10 that he could kick off.
Oh, I said that because there's so many crazies. Like like there's so many people I can already see leaving the show. And that would be all the drunks. So Ashley S, Jordan, and Tara. They fall in the crazy or drunk category. And then there's just other girls that I don't know.
You don't see it with them. But that's,
The girl who
that's
asked
every
to kiss him,
season.
Amber.
Every season,
Yeah.
there are like 5
Yeah.
girls that could actually work, and then the rest of them are either they're there for their story or
Yeah.
they're there because the producers want them there. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
excuse me.
Well, I mean, why don't we just cut to the chase? And I mean, he had 30 to choose from this season, so why not cut back, get rid of 7 or 8? Because you're still gonna have. Well, we're still gonna have what,
Yeah.
15, and we still have what, 7 weeks. We can whittle them down week by week instead of just we lost barely 5 today. I want to see
What are we
more.
at now?
We're
18?
18.
Oh my god.
That's what I mean. I mean, let's
Still?
We're still not gonna get to know these girls by still
Yeah.
having 18 there. Just move it along.
There's only about 6 or 7 that I actually want to get to know.
and that's every season.
I mean, after or during this cocktail party, I don't know. We were like, "Who is that girl? Wait,
Still,
who's that girl?"
yeah.
Like by week 2, you should at least recognize
Yes.
everyone, even if you don't know their names.
Yeah. But the people they don't want you to get as invested in, they won't show them as much.
As much.
Or they'll be the dark horse.
Okay.
Or sometimes, like Catherine
Holm.
was on Sean's season too. Like they didn't show her in the beginning.
So that being said, who do you think are dark horses that they haven't shown much of, Lucy?
Yeah, Lucy.
What do you mean?
can-
Who do I think?
Yeah, like,
is gonna go far
like
that
what
they haven't
trends did
shown?
you notice in the 2 episodes so far? People they haven't shown a lot of that you like that you could see going far.
Well, Jade.
From my home state, Nebraska.
Yes, the ho-ho. I
Although
like her.
I heard some things about her.
So did I, but by the way, and I have to clarify this, everyone's going around, and so am I, saying she's a porn star. She's not a porn star. She took naked photos. She took a video of herself very close up. I wouldn't do it, but just to clarify, that's not a porn star. So I'm trying to break the habit.
What would you say that is?
A documentarian.
Yeah. Like there's nothing
A sexual document?
It's a sexy selfie video.
Sexy selfie.
Documentarian.
No one else is in the video. It's only her. I watched it. Not proud of it.
People have probably done worse things on Snapchat.
I've done worse things on Snapchat. Like, way worse things. I take my phone in the shower with me, Snapchat, everything. But yeah, I like her. I think she's gonna go far. And Whitney, I mean, she hasn't even gone on any dates with him, but I think her and her annoying voice are gonna go really far. We're gonna be
I will
stuck
have to say
here
though,
again.
I showed you
Yes.
she had the best first tweet. She just joined Twitter after last week's episode, and I retweeted it. She said, I want to make sure I get this right. She said that I might as well join Twitter because at least you can't hear my voice on here. Hashtag
Best thing about tweets.
Oh, okay.
getting it.
Though.
It's
Yeah.
good if
love
you can make
it.
fun of yourself
Yeah.
and like,
So that'll
own
endear
it.
her.
Own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
made me like her even more. And we said this on the show last week that even though I didn't like her voice, I love what she's about and who
Right.
she is and what she wants to do with the world.
She wants to make babies.
yeah,
Yes.
she's a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Midwestern girls, so double
I
bonus.
mean,
Double.
Yeah.
Midwestern girls.
All right, so we got the rose ceremony. So we surprised who stayed and who left.
Other than Ashley S. That was
Oh, that was so weird.
Well, this is who left.
I'm so glad she stayed.
I mean,
She's the one I'm most interested in getting to know.
I'm glad just for TV value.
I have a lot of
Yeah.
questions for her.
yeah. Me
Well,
too.
we lost Kimberly again.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor Kimberly. But
She did it. She tried.
Yeah, she
had her
tried.
moment. It's
He was
okay.
just being nice, giving her another chance.
Yeah, that's true.
Finally, hopefully she doesn't come back again.
We also have Tandra.
I think she's kind of a dark horse.
I kind of, but she's gone, right?
She's gone.
Oh,
And I
never
kinda
mind.
like Tandra. And Tandra looked fantastic in the bikini.
Yeah, she had a great body.
I can't believe she's gone.
Great body.
Who's Tandra?
the blonde?
She was
Blonde. Salt Lake City.
I totally thought
But
she was going far.
So that was one of the girls that they said her and Sammy were the two that hadn't made as much of an effort. And
That's
I don't
right.
know whether it's because there wasn't much time, they didn't get a date, or they're just shy. But yeah, that's probably
or they're there
why.
for the wrong reason.
Well, and Sammy did get a rose.
But
Sammy
he
did.
likes brunettes, so
And there's like 30 million girls there. So, I mean, they didn't have time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Maybe they just didn't get their time with him.
Okay, Tara. Oh, Tara.
Getting comfy.
The sport fishing enthusiast. Yes, get a shot of the couch.
Yes.
And
Getting late.
I'm actually kind of sad that Tara left because I thought she would have been funny because she almost fell last week. And she had a propensity
Yeah.
to drink a little much as well.
Tara and Jordan seem like they switched roles.
Yeah.
I was
But
ready
we
to
have
sit
enough
down.
crazy. We don't need that many drums.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Ashley
It's
S has
okay
got
to
enough
let
for everyone.
one go.
Yeah.
Ashley S is enough crazy to last the whole season. I hope she's the next Bachelorette.
That would be the most
that a
entertaining thing in the
prediction?
world.
I would apply as a lesbian for Bachelorette season just to meet
Quote
her.
of the night.
AfterBuzz exclusive. There you have it, right there. All right. So, well, we got Mackenzie, Megan, Caitlin, Britt. Well, Britt, we didn't really touch upon Britt. Any developments? This week?
I just still like Britt.
Yeah.
Like
I
I, said
love
though,
her.
last week, since they have that strong of a connection, I loved his get a kiss from Chris
That
or
was
whatever.
cute.
That was thoughtful.
So cute.
But
Writing that one down.
I really feel like,
taking notes.
Taking notes.
well, you don't have anything that rhymes with get a little handsy with Danny.
That works.
That's awkward.
Super perverted.
Pansy in your pantsy. No? Does that make it worse?
Even more perverted.
But I think that she might self-destruct just because if you have that connection
Did
so
she have a Michelle
early.
Money like possessive thing?
I don't think she has that possessive thing yet, but it seemed like tonight she was crying.
She's already emotional. And for, to be emotional week 2, I mean,
That was Claire in our season.
was she emotional week 2?
She was crying.
You claim
Yeah.
them. She's already calling him her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
She
yeah.
did. You're right.
Yeah,
All right,
she's
so
getting invested.
okay, so
Those
we got.
girls always self-destruct in the end because they put too much into it and they start going crazy when they realize like
They're like,
he's
wait,
not
we're
getting the
married.
relationship with other people. Yeah.
Oh, we're not.
Wait a minute.
I already
you-
planned our wedding.
I'm not alone
and our children's
here.
names.
And we've also got Trina, who I never see her.
Trina.
I don't even know who Trina is really.
I know
They're not
nothing
showing
about
She
much
was
about-
she was the teacher, right?
So what does
No,
that
that's
mean?
Tracy.
Oh,
That's Tracy.
What does that mean?
It might not be good.
No, but
does that mean?
no, it might be great.
It
Because
could go
the-
either way. It could go either way.
Okay, so now we also got.
Being like,
Either next week she's gonna get a rose or she's not. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Wow, this is a memorable show tonight, guys. All right, now we also got Samantha.
And Samantha's another one. And she didn't. They said she didn't put in effort, but like she got one.
She got that
Which
right.
one
She
was
didn't.
Samantha?
Dark hair and the coolest
The
eyes
blue
in
eyes.
the world.
Ice blue
Oh,
eyes.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
her.
Gorgeous round.
Julia with the story.
Oh God, that was so
Julia.
sad.
Sorry, I
Julia.
gotta say Julia.
That
I'm
was
Latino.
incredibly sad.
Oh, the one who's the husband committed
Yeah.
suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting. They showed that with the girls. It was kind of. I like being able to see how girls care about other girls, like how
Yeah.
they show compassion.
Yeah.
Becca really stood out
Becca
as
really stood
someone
out in
who
that
was
moment.
yeah.
I thought that was Becca's highlight
Yeah.
of the show.
I like when they
actually.
show like a little bit of dynamic between the girls too, because they really
They always try to make it
don't.
look like it's competition.
Yeah, and everyone really most of the time gets along, and everyone's like a lot of people are really close, and like funny things happen, and they never show like all the good funny things that happen because it's supposed to be drama or supposed to be like fighting over the guy, but we're always like, I don't know. I wish they showed more of that, but I'm glad they showed that.
I think they will.
Direction.
We saw that tonight with the side mission.
That's true, yeah,
I
we
think
saw a
you're going to
little
see
bit of
that
it.
this season because it looks like they're trying to change things up a little. Like
They
they
definitely
did
have
with
been
the
changing
dates.
it up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
But you end up getting more time as a girl on The Bachelor with the other girls
Yeah.
than you do with the guy.
Yeah.
So
But
time.
isn't it kind of that anyway? It's the girls' actions in the house, the friendships that they develop, because they're going to be in the franchise. You're going to see them in Paradise, and you're going to see them maybe as a bachelorette. So you're going to start developing these. You will show the personalities. We'll see more of it, so you can root for them when they're in other parts of the franchise. That's what I'm just saying. I'm tired. All right, let's move on. We've also got we got Jade, Nikki, who we've seen really nothing about.
Which one's Nikki?
Nikki, I don't even,
NFL
I know
cheerleader,
that is.
Dark hair or light hair?
dark hair. Okay.
What was she wearing tonight?
oh,
I didn't see it to the very end. She had she has the really poofy hair. She had last week. She's the NFL
that sad?
cheerleader.
Like
she
a
is
kid?
Don't know who you're talking about.
there's so many
Here, I
girls.
already am not a fan.
the model. She's like, I signed with Wilhelmina.
Hey, no.
I'm serious.
I'm with Wilhelmina.
Uh-oh.
I would know.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
well, aren't there different? She might be
Divisions.
Wilhelmina in like Seattle or New
She
York.
might be a fitness model.
Perhaps. You're terrible, Lucy. all right. So now we recap, but let's get to what we really want to talk about shall we move to news and gossip?
sure.
Let's move quickly.
Are we ready for it?
Well, because there's a lot. There was a lot.
And that's why I kind of wanted to move us quickly because of Andy and Josh's breakup. So
What?
yes, they.
Andy and Josh have split.
You did a
Yes.
story.
What?
Dun
on
dun
it.
dun dun.
What? She's
Yes.
single?
He's single.
Okay,
Danny's
let's.
Danny's into Andy, man.
I was so into Andy last season. I actually met Andy a couple weeks
Good.
ago.
I saw that
He
pic.
is
know.
the
Saw that
reason for
pic.
their demise.
No.
It was Danny's fault.
I actually tried to make a couple friends believe that, and they were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like that text me because they knew I was in Andy last season. So I had a couple friends text me, and they were like, "Oh, did you see who broke up?" And I was like, "You want to know the real truth?" So I sent this. I probably shouldn't say this, but whatever. So I sent a picture of me and Andy because I ran into her in Kansas City to them. I was like, "Here's the real reason."
I got that. I got that too.
But absolutely not true. Just declare. Yeah. Yeah, I said that to you.
I know. I was like,
I think it was very apparent after we saw last week the live premiere, Chris Harrison interviewing both of them. She just seemed like she was
yeah.
acting a little bit too happy and then cut him off several times.
She was putting it on. For
He
We
didn't
said
seem
that.
happy. He didn't seem like he was able to fake that.
Yeah, and
Jimmy
people noticed it.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon called attention to it. He was like, after they broke up, he goes, notice the hand on the back, and she was just like aggressively rubbing his back
Like-
up and down like this for like
What
a
if she
minute.
was doing it exactly like that, where
Awkward.
you're not even touching?
for like a minute straight,
It's
she was like,
imaginary.
he was like,
Yeah.
who rubs people's backs like that? I was like, God.
But
should've
was
seen
it right? Was it right? They split up 3 days after we see him so TV chummy. What happened in those 3 days?
They might have needed to
Do you think
that
producers
to get paid.
wanted them to be there together?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
Don't you get paid for those appearances though sometimes?
not that one, but or no one else did that went on that I
Okay.
know.
But like, do you think
I'm well
producers?
informed in the Bachelor gossip circle.
Yeah.
You think producers asked them to come on?
Andy
together?
and Josh might have.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I think even if they weren't a couple, they would have been happy to go on, but it would have been awkward for them to go on separately. So.
Yeah.
I noticed that they invited a lot of people, but they didn't invite their former significant others.
Yeah.
Because the who they invited was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very
random.
odd.
Yeah.
I was out of town.
Lucy was in Miami.
Did you get the invite though?
In the need.
I just thought it was unfortunate, honestly, because we see them they look so happy, and then 3 days later, I mean, come on.
But I will
The
say,
writing
like,
was-
yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, a lot of couples come out and you think they're so happy, but like you never really know what's going on. Like they're always putting it on for fans, for like for
Especially
everyone.
Instagram, that's your highlight reel. No one's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, we had this massive blowout
Yeah.
fight
Yeah,
tonight.
it's always
Here's
gonna
me
look good,
crying,
yeah.
like, my crying selfie." No,
Well, and
Crying.
Did you get that? Did you get that? That
Somebody posted crying selfie.
Sorry, no, that Josh put a I guess Instagram or a tweet
Oh,
about
and then he
that.
took it
Oh,
down
yeah.
like 10 seconds
what
later.
Right.
what is the
What did it
proper
say?
way to break up now? Like if you are in the spotlight in that regard, because I know Michelle Money and Cody just broke up as well, and they posted
did,
a
like, a
really
whole
nice
thing.
like
They did it in a
Twitter
nice way.
or
Yeah, I like that.
Instagram thing. But is that like too much? Like.
I mean, I think for like if you're, if you have the following and you have the fans, I liked the way they
it's
did
nice.
that.
It's for the people who really want
Yeah.
to know. It removes the gossip side of it. What was the tweet that
That's
Josh
what I
put up
wanted
that he
to know.
took down?
It was something religious. It was like,
Yeah.
God, give me like
Give me the strength to
give
get-
me the strength to
right.
like solve this problem. I don't know. I'm not.
No, it was
religious. I
something.
don't know.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
Something weird like that, and then it was a picture of like a man on his knees going like this in the sunset. Really weird.
Are we to infer that perhaps that he's the one that was kind of hurting more through the split than she?
I think she probably ended it with him, rather than the other way around.
Really?
Andy is a boss. She likes to be in charge, and she would never have let it happen any other way. If I know Andy.
Wow. Okay. All right. So
I know a lot of
Also-
people are wondering about Nick too. A lot of people are wondering if does that mean Nick has a chance?
Hell no,
No.
Nick doesn't have a chance. You don't call
No
someone
way,
out for
Jose.
sex on national TV and then get another chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
All right.
way.
Any other news and gossip this week? I think that was pretty much it. Let us know
That's
what
huge.
you think, fans, about the split, and let's move on to predictions.
Yeah.
What do we see?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
You like this?
predictions.
Sounds like aliens.
Lucy loves it.
Eyes got so big.
But wait, being totally rude, we didn't have a chance to really sit down and chat. What's going
No,
on?
we're
outside?
doing that after predictions.
We did after predictions.
Yeah, we got
time.
We got
Saving
time.
that.
We went quick.
We're
All right.
saving that.
Next week we've got Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, that
was
was so
awesome.
funny.
Good.
One of the best things I've seen.
The best part was Chris opens his eyes and is like,
What the?
points at him. I love that.
I don't
I
even
know
think
you.
Chris was really fully aware of who he was until you said his name, and I was like, "Oh my god, I think I know who that is."
So great.
The point is fantastic.
You're that Fallon guy, aren't you? What?
Kimmel.
I know.
Oh.
All right, so I think it's going to shed a lot of light next week because Kimmel's going to have his way. It's going to.
Kimmel will give him clarity.
He'll give him credit, and he'll pull out personality.
I don't even see that. I think he's going to poke fun at the show itself slightly.
Oh, I
Like
can
he
totally
does
see
on the
that,
show.
yeah.
So I
That's
think
his
that's
job.
what's going to be refreshing.
I really hope Kimmel gets some time with Ashley S.
Oh, it'd be gold.
I didn't even think about that. Yes.
He might just take her home for himself.
I think he's
married?
with.
He's married,
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
I'd still take her.
His wife supposedly helps him with the Bachelor predictions every year.
Oh really?
Oh, they're into it, huh?
She's been spot on every season.
I
Okay.
think she might check out realitysteve.com
She's reality.
because they're always
She
right.
is reality
She's
Steve.
reality
Yeah.
Steve. Oh my gosh.
All right, so who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? And well, since we have you here on the couch, who do you think is gonna win it all?
Who do I think is gonna
Oh,
win
give
it
us
all?
top three. Top three.
Top three. I think Becca's gonna win it all. I want Becca to win it all, because she is beautiful and smart and just has a lot going for her. I think, and she lives in California, so obviously, I like her. I want Jade to go really far, but now knowing what we know about her, I don't think she's gonna go that far. And girl with the pretty hair, Britt.
Britt.
Oh, Britt.
Her
I
hair
like
is
Britt,
so
yeah.
freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Solid choices. All right, so who do we think is leaving next week?
It's got to be Ashley S. Gosh darn it.
No, I'll stop watching.
I'm with you on that one.
I'm over it.
She
if Ashley
is
How many weeks
definitely
does she
going
stay,
home next
though?
week.
They can't.
least-
They
honestly,
will not
the
leave for another
producers-
week.
One at a time.
The producers can't have him keep her another week without him looking crazy.
Right.
That's what it is.
Well, remember in the previews though, all the girls are crying, going, "What do you see in her? I just don't get it." Well, maybe that's her.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was the girl that he sleeps with in the tent.
yeah.
Already?
That's
next week?
That's the plow the fields girl.
No, not next week. Talking about which girl it is.
Oh.
You think it's Kaylee?
Yeah, because that's what it said in the preview.
Caitlin.
Oh, Caitlin, sorry.
Caitlin.
See, I'm
That's
still
what
getting
it
the
shows.
names
That's who I thought it was.
Shows her in the preview opening the tent.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought that it was a different girl because I thought I saw her crying in the preview too.
This is what happens when there's 30 women. It's too much to sort out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of opportunity. Who else is going to go visit him in his house since it's that close?
Apparently, I think it's going to be a running theme. People are
Yeah.
going to keep going to that house all season.
Chris did say anything goes. Chris did say that in the beginning
I think
of the
Chris
show.
is loving it, man.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
All right, so let us move on to the lady on the couch.
Lucy.
All right.
We tried to get you on last season, and I know that you are a
Bachelor in
very,
Paradise.
very busy human. You were doing all kinds of things.
That I am.
But, as fate would have it, we ran into each other in Abercrombie. What was it, like 2 weeks ago now? 3 weeks ago. And so you said that you'd love to come on, but you said you have this huge thing that might be happening in your life. I don't know what you're allowed to talk about, but you said that we need to have you on quick. So we got you here. What is happening in your life?
Okay, I will tell you.
Can you?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out if anyone calls me and gets mad at me for it. But I'd rather ask for forgiveness later than permission before. So I'm just gonna tell you guys.
I like you.
Thank you. I am leaving. It was going to be February 15th, but now I'm thinking we might have another month or two, and I am going to set the world record for the youngest woman to go to every single country on Earth.
That's
And
the coolest thing in the world.
I'm so excited about it. I've been working on this for over a year now. I did everything myself. I raised $200,000. I did all the mapping, all the visas, all the planning. I bought a truck down in Mexico that I'm driving to Panama. I've literally done everything for this project. I've put my heart and soul into it, and I cannot wait for it to
Why?
start. Why? Actually, a lot of the reason why I decided to do it, I've always traveled, like, ever since I was a kid, and everyone's like, why don't you travel for a living? I was like, I gotta figure out a way to, like, trick someone into paying me to do something awesome.
There you go.
So what I want to do, and the whole reason that I want to do this project is because I want to show people that, I get a lot of people on my Instagram going, oh, well, you're so lucky. You just get to do this because, like, someone gave you the money. Like, that is not the case. Like, I do this because I have made friends all over the world, because I have opened myself up to this large network. And so what I want to do on the show is every week, wherever I'm going, I'll announce it on Instagram, and anybody who lives in the region where I am can come and hang out with me for the day and
So
whatever
cool.
adventure we're doing. Yeah. And just kind of exchange.
Super fun. So how long is this going to take?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah, it's going to be intense.
Are you
Holy
doing
moly.
it by continent? Are you doing it?
Yeah, mostly.
I promise to meet you somewhere
Please
during that
do.
time. Okay.
Most places it's by continent, like Central to South America, and then I'm going over to Easter Island and doing all the South Pacific, and then up through Southeast Asia into the Middle East. But then I'm leaving some of the Middle East for later, because I'm hoping that maybe, like, in 2 years, Syria might not be so gnarly, and, like,
Or maybe
Yeah.
there'll be less countries.
yeah, maybe there'll be fewer countries. Maybe there'll just be an empty hole in the map. Yeah. And then, like, I'm doing, like, Southern Europe, and then Northern Europe, and then looping back around and driving the Silk Road all the way from
Yes.
Austria to China.
So what is the first country other than the U.S.?
Mexico.
Mexico.
I was born in Mexico, so I'm going to start it all off in Mexico.
So that rules out you possibly coming back for Bachelor in Paradise
That
again.
definitely rules out coming back from Bachelor.
Well,
in
if
Paradise.
she's in
stays in
Mexico
Mexico for a
already.
long
I have a feeling they'll find a new place to do it next year. I don't think they'll shoot there again, because we had a lot of problems there.
Yeah.
I was supposed to come in first episode of Bachelor in Paradise, but the day I got there, it was pouring rain, and I stepped out of the car, and I slipped, and I fell and hit my head.
Oh my gosh.
And they sent me
You had
home
a
to get
concussion.
I didn't have a concussion, but I was passed out on the floor, and I woke up, and they were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine." And I stood up, and as soon as I stood up, I felt all this, like, heat rush to my head, and I fell back, and I hit my head again, and then they were like, "You got to go home. You can come back in a couple weeks. You need to go get scans and, like, get everything tested."
Oh wow.
So you're okay
Yeah.
though.
And I know you moved.
I'm not Ashley S.
Well said.
And you've moved on, of course, to this fantastic project. But can you now reflect upon your time on The Bachelor? That time with Juan Pablo. What can you tell us that we haven't already heard
You got a
from
great
you?
YouTube song out of it.
I know. Of
Thank
course.
you.
Heck
I
yeah.
remember the day I watched that. This is so brilliant.
It was one
Genius.
of my best songs. My Andy one wasn't as good. My Juan Pablo one
We're
was
waiting for the
best.
Chris one, though.
Yeah.
Oh, the Chris one's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
you share it with us here?
I don't have it yet. I only have 2 episodes.
That's what I know, but I mean in a few weeks.
Oh, of course I
Okay,
can.
so
If you're still around,
Even if I'm not here, I'll give you guys the exclusive.
yeah.
Send it over in HD.
Awesome.
Score.
Now, where may we find this? Do we know yet?
My show
Yes.
or my song?
Your show?
Okay, well, there's 2 ways that we're trying to do it. Right now, we're working with a production company, and they are trying to sell it. And we have a couple of different networks expressing interest. But if it doesn't work out, I'm going to use the money that I raised, and I'm going to do it by myself on my YouTube channel, which is called Free Like Me. And that's going to be the name of the show. And going back to, if I do it with the producers, I'm going to use all the money that I raised to donate $1,000 to a charitable cause in every country I go to.
So
That's so
freaking
cool.
awesome.
I was like, I don't want to give the money back. I want to do something cool with it.
Yeah. Heck yeah. That's
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Thank you for
Thanks,
sharing your
guys.
time and spending some
course.
time here in LA with us.
Of course.
All right, so that wraps it up, guys. I think any more questions, any more predictions? Let's get
We're
out
just
of
gonna
here.
have to see. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. So, Lauren, since you want to get out, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at LaurenSOL. Same thing for Instagram.
Hey, Cathy.
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelley and on Instagram at Cathy Kelley.
And the lovely Danny.
Thank you for calling me lovely.
So lovely.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Danny Hoyt, DANNYHOYT.
And Lucy, where can we find you?
Instagram and Twitter at Lucy Aragon, LucyAragon.
And also Free Like Me, right?
And Free Like Me on YouTube.
And Nando, thank you for putting up with us. Where can they find you, buddy?
Thanks, guys. You can find me on Twitter at NandoVal.
All right.
Nando Val.
The Val, and you can find me at JC Rubio TV, and you can find all of us on AfterBuzz TV. We'll see you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.